Welcome to Swing Trading and Coffee, mellow vibes and great swing trading. In this video, I give you my technical analysis of the crypto markets and a review of both my winning and losing trades. Before I go on, I have to let you know this content is not financial advice. It is only intended for educational purposes. S&P holding up pretty well. We got above the point of control and we have found support here. However, markets are a little bit on edge because of the upcoming jobs numbers and also the whole government shutdown stuff. We'll see how it plays out, but for the time being, I'm not trying to get myself too worked up. I have a couple longs in and we'll see how they play out. Let's take a look first at the total market cap. We were in this channel for quite a bit. We dipped out, just barely holding on, but this has happened before twice and we made it back up. I would not be surprised if our next target is somewhere around here, around like 4.5 trillion. Let's see how far that takes us. I think it's about 16% if we get back up to the top of the trend line. So 16 or more. So Bitcoin, I did a video a couple days ago about this trend line here. And there was another one here, which was the pretty much the big deal. I had gotten in somewhere around this zone. And I told everybody is if it gets below here, it's going to be problematic. And as soon as it broke through the EMAs down here, that's where I decided to just close out the position. And it continued and it came down all the way here. And it looked like it was the end of the world because this line is very critical. This is the last line of support. We've already broken this support here from 111. This resistance, which turned into support here, we broke through it twice. And usually when you have a move in one direction and it goes for a second shot at it, it's not going there just to, chill out. It's going to attempt a breakout. And we got the reversal. A common theme for the past couple of months is with Bitcoin, every time you put down a support or resistance level, you will always see a little bit of overextension beyond that. And it's basically the whole, market maker game of flushing the most people out before reversing. Also, some more good news here is that the stochastic RSI is pretty much upwards. Next up, we got Ethereum, and I have some news that may impact Ethereum, XRP, and Chainlink. Swift just went on chain. 30 plus global banks and consensus are co-building a shared ledger for 24/7 cross-border payments. What's going on? Why is Swift building a blockchain? I thought they were supposed to be on XRP, Chainlink, Ethereum, but what it's saying in the article is that Swift's new ledger is permissioned. It's not an Ethereum mainnet. So Swift says it's being built for interoperability, supporting both private and public networks. That, to me, implies that it's designed to connect to chains like Ethereum rather than live on them. So they are building infrastructure for the future to connect to Ethereum. And this whole thing is likely related to the stable coins. They want to build a system where they can move stable coins from any bank to any other bank in the world. And that's why they're doing this. But I think this is a positive for Ethereum. They just don't want to, like I said, live on their blockchain. In case something goes wrong with Ethereum, they have their own blockchain. So we're going to see how this plays out. This likely, I don't know if this bypasses XRP, if they, have their own blockchain. You guys let me know in the comments if you have some insight into this because I don't. But they did not mention anything about Chainlink. However, there will be no Swift coin. So this is very like a private blockchain. And it says that this infrastructure is to move regulated tokenized value across public and private networks. So let's take a look at Ethereum. We are holding this. Well, we have a new trend line now forming. This is where we bounced. But it also, if you look here, it's the same level as the previous resistance. So we held, and this likely, it should go and break the highs. Unless, you know, it fools everybody and comes back down. If we break this trend line again on either Bitcoin here or Ethereum, I will be jumping ship. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be upside here. You even got people like Kramer going on TV being like, hey, buy crypto right now. Looking pretty good. I did have targets I plotted before, about 6,400. This is kind of like my end of year target. And we'll see. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP, we had this downward trend line and we just broke out of it. We retraced back to the trend line and now we're moving up. Now to try to break through these 13, 21, and 50 EMAs. Once this breaks, we're probably going to shoot up here to test this level and likely much higher. So watching XRP, don't have any position in it. Chainlink, I do have quite a bit of Chainlink. Aside from the functionality and the fact that it's going to be core to crypto infrastructure, I actually really like this chart. This really looks to me like a cup and handle forming. The only thing left to confirm this is to get above $27. And when that happens, what you do here is you measure the height of the cup and handle and you extrapolate it upwards, and it gets you to about $44 price target. That would make pretty much double of where we are. Pretty crazy, right? So pretty bullish on Chainlink. It just needs more headlines. It's been really overlooked. Solana. Yeah, sorry about the downward arrow. Don't mean to offend any Solana people here. It looked like it was about to roll over. And I'll tell you why. Is because I drew this trend line here and it started to rip right through it. I'm like, okay, this is likely down, but nice bounce and looking pretty bullish here. You'll see that it's between the 50 EMA and the 13 and 21 above, right? So that's one thing. Usually when this happens, it squeezes between these two and it pops in either direction. But we also got down here, this trend line going upwards. And that means we have a little bit of confluence here where we have both the trend line going up and we have what's happening with the EMAs. Likely, this is going to see a breakout this week once we get past the news. So let's see, what did I have for targets? I have my next target as 294. These, all these targets I put up, they're usually based off of fib levels. So I mark the 0.6 and the 0.7 up here. Cardano, not the most loved crypto right now, been really underperforming compared to its peers. This kind of similar to what was going on the Chainlink chart, this cup and handle, but it started breaking out. So I don't know if this would be the cup and handle. It would be a very odd one. So I'm not so sure about this, but it is definitely lagging behind. Let's take a look at Say. This one tends to be extremely volatile when it goes. And that's why I'm watching it. I've had a position in it for a couple of months. I was up 40% at some point, and now I'm like back to break even. I do think that we have this channel here, and then once it breaks out, it's going to start flying. But it has to get above about like the 38 cent level or 40 cent level. All right, guys, I'm going to keep it short here. This channel started about 3 weeks ago, just under a month, and I want to get your feedback about what you want to see on this channel. Let me know if there's certain crypto you want reviewed. I also do stocks. And if there are any topics that you want in depth, please drop them in the comments. Please subscribe, guys, so you can help me grow this channel. And hopefully you like this analysis and it was useful for you. Peace out, guys.